Welcome. Today's guest is Leo. And there's something special about Leo. Today's the first time I've met Leo, but he's our marketing intern, and we've been working together for 6 months, 9, 8, something like that. He puts the thumbnails on all of our videos and a few other things for us. So a lot of the episodes that you've seen here are with older people, and they have just things that have happened. They're in pain, they're having bad balance, all of that. And it's like, why is a college student wanting to come in and do an episode? So how can we help you?
Yeah, so I've just experienced different back pain throughout the years, and it mostly started senior year when I grew a lot, and then I had an incident where I kind of fell on my back as like during gym class. So it flares up every now and then. So it'd be nice to kind of minimize the back pain.
Okay, so knowing that that's what happened to him, I did check a few things standing up before we started the video. We're going to assess afterward, but we're going to go to kind of the mechanism of the injury where he fell on his back. When we fall on our back, we really don't fall just flat and square. We fall a little bit more on one shoulder, one hip, and then there's some bouncing around. So it's easy for the back to get a little bit traumatized. Think about the packages that from Amazon that get thrown on your doorstep. They don't land flat. So what we have done is built up some support for him. I'm going to have Leo, so you can turn and lay back. So kind of like we're catching him mid-fall. And what we're going to do is just see, you know what, let's put your hoodie up. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, so we're going to see just what moves in his core, in which direction. Because my guess is that one shoulder is going to move differently than the other, and maybe through his ribs that they're moving a little different direction. And if it's causing you perpetual stiffness, my guess would be that they're going to be opposite directions. So let's just see what moves. We've got a little movement at the left shoulder, and I'd say a little bit more on the right. I'm trying real carefully not to push harder on one side. I'm going to use this for the middle, just so it's not so pointed. So there's on the right. So you can feel that. There's more movement on the left. So already we're at some opposites. I'm going to go back up to the shoulder and do this a little differently. So on the right and on the left, it is opposite. So this moves, this moves. So I'm going to try, that's up and down. We're going to try sideways, which is a little bit of a rotation and a little bit of a lateral shift. So there's from the right, and here's from the left. Wow, a lot more on one side. So what we want to do is kind of get him positioned with the combination, a little bit of connect the dots. So I'm going to hold the left, pulling toward me. I'm going to push on the right. So it's almost like we're trying to recreate what caused probably a shear in how the muscles are connecting with each other. So we're going to just hold and then add a few little wiggles to that, and then let his muscles practice working together again in their old way. Yeah, you probably were turned a little bit and fell.
Yeah.
Okay, so already he's starting to rotate so much easier. I couldn't have done that. And this side does too. Okay, so just to kind of, shoulders are tight. So let's just do a quick refresh of these guys. And I'm just using this as leverage. In the physics world, it's a fulcrum, and this is a lever. There we go. All right. So sit up. I'm going to get rid of these guys, and we'll see if they did their job. And so lay back down. So we're going to check and see how all the big pieces are fitting together and moving like you normally will see that we start with. So first I want to make sure his core moves. There's the left side. There's the right side. Equally stiff.
Yeah.
And then shoulders, I'm going to use one arm. Okay. And then the other arm. Oh, that doesn't match, does it? This one's a whole lot easier. Okay, let's see what's going on with legs. So if I lift, that's easy. That's easy. If I roll, easy, easy. So far we've got just one shoulder that doesn't match. So arm and leg. Let's see what's going on with your core. So that moves easy, but again, the left shoulder's a little stuck. You starting to remember anything that might have happened to the left shoulder?
Yeah.
Sometimes when people are aware that it's one particular part of their body that's actually causing a lot of the stiffness or pain, they remember back to an incident that happened probably a long time ago. Whoa, that doesn't move. Okay, so the whole right side doesn't move. We're going to put you on your side.
All right.
So roll toward me, because this is the better side. And normally I'm going to give you something for your head. Okay, so lower half of the core moves really easily. Upper does not. I'm going to guess you can move easily. Roll the other way. Let's just see what, I'm going to guess right shoulder moves and the right hip does not. Okay, that's really nice. It moves, but not quite as much. But this is our better side to start with. So Leo also did wrestling in high school. And the twist in your core, along with you growing a whole lot real quick, I'm guessing that would be enough to throw your core off. And it is off, like right in the middle. It's kind of like take two ends of the Tootsie Roll wrapper and twist. Okay, so there, I think that, did you feel that your lower back just stretch out? Wow. Yeah, it's just like stretching, like taffy being pulled. There. Okay, roll back over the other way. So the great thing when you work on injuries when you're in your 20s is they change really fast. Oh, well, how about it? This is better already.
It's much better, yeah.
So on the left side, it was the one that was stuck, but it really wasn't an issue on the left side. It was an issue on the right side. How about it? So go back on your back. So that's our problem solving from an engineering approach, is actually breaking it down to figure out where's it actually stuck. Okay, so this is the shoulder that didn't move. Okay, and then this one. They feel a lot more similar.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so this side did move. Let's see if it's actually a little bit harder than it was. But if they're both equal, then we're good. Yeah, is that pretty equal to you?
Yeah, it feels pretty equal.
Okay, so sit on up and let's make sure that his sitting up movement is centered. So we're going to go side to side, and then we're going to turn. And, because the turning is what was off when he was on his side, I'm going to hold right at his rib cage, and we're going to turn because I want to make sure that's centered as well. So there's to the right, and there's to the, actually that does feel pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, feels good.
Okay, and we're going to go side to side, and that does seem pretty similar as well, and forward and back, and then stand up. So normally if you come into the office, we're going to assess all this stuff first, then figure out what to work, and then reassess to make sure you're good before you leave. I did a little pre-work with him, and that's so you're not seeing that initial assessment. And side to side, that actually feels good, and it's good.
Yeah, feeling good.
And okay, so in the pre-testing that I did, he didn't move forward and back. You're moving forward and back now. Okay. Whew. So just an example of how some sports injuries from earlier in our life really can throw things off. He would be fine with this, and it might just bother you from time to time. And then when you're in your 40s and trying to do the stuff that you did when you were a teenager, then it might cause more of an issue. But it's kind of nice to get that magic eraser out and take care of it now while it's so easy to change. So great example of how sports injuries or miscellaneous injuries can actually throw you off a little bit, and that can perpetuate forward and cause you more pain that causes you some mysteries later in life, like why does this keep bothering me? Or stiffness, why can't I get it worked out? So thank you for being a great demonstration for that. If you'd like to be a guest also, the information is in the show notes. And if you'd like your own session, we'd love to see you in our Northbrook office. It's north of Chicago. And if you're a professional and you want to learn the bridging technique, we offer classes during the year, and the dates are on the website. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Good to finally see the office in person.
Yeah, and it's been great working with you. So
Awesome.
thanks.
Thank you.